If you are in first year biomedical engineering, please don't wait until final year to start building your resume. Because by the time most students reach final year, they suddenly start asking, what should I add to my resume? How do I get internships? Which skill should I learn? Which certificate is useful for biomedical jobs? So in this video, I'm going to give you a practical list of free certifications and free certificate courses that first year biomedical engineering students can start taking right now to prepare for job opportunities in 2026 and 2027. But one important warning before we begin. Certificates alone will not get you hired. The right certificate combined with projects, LinkedIn proof, internships, communication skills, and practical understanding. That is what creates opportunities. Without further ado, let's begin. So welcome to Biomed Bro. This channel helps biomedical engineering students and professionals build career with practical tools in biomedical, medical device, sales, medtech, healthcare, and real-world growth. Today's video is specifically for first year biomedical engineering students. If you are in first year, your goal should not be to collect 50 random certificates. Your goal should be to build a strong foundation in 6 areas: medical device, biomedical instrumentation, programming and data, clinical research, AI in healthcare, regulatory and quality affairs. These areas can help you later in internships, projects, medical device companies, research roles, clinical roles, application specialist roles, and even healthcare AI or medtech startup opportunities. The first certification I recommend is Medical Device Fundamentals by SkillMed. Why is this important? Because many biomedical students complete 1 or 2 years of college without clearly understanding what a medical device actually is, how it is classified, how the product life cycle works, and what different teams do inside a medical device company. This course is useful because it gives you a beginner-friendly understanding of medical device terminology, classification, product life cycle, regulation, and career pathways. If you are a first-year student, this is one of the best places to start because it connects your degree with the real industry. After completing this course, don't just add the certificate to your resume. Make a small LinkedIn post explaining 3 things you learned. 1. What a medical device is. 2. How medical devices are classified. 3. Which career role you found most interesting. That gives you proof, not just a certificate. The second certification is MATLAB Onramp by MathWorks. If you are a biomedical engineering student, MATLAB is very useful for signal processing, biomedical instrumentation, ECG, EEG, image processing, and engineering data analysis. Many students ignore MATLAB in first year and later struggle when they get subjects like biomedical signal processing or instrumentation. So take MATLAB Onramp early. It is beginner friendly, interactive, and you can complete it without installing MATLAB. That's the best part. Once you complete it, create one small project. For example, plot a simple ECG signal, filter noise from biosignal, analyze sample heart rate data. Create a simple graph from biomedical data. This is how you turn a certificate into a portfolio or a project. The third certification is Python. You can start with Kaggle Learn Python or freeCodeCamp's Scientific Computing with Python. Why Python? Because the future of biomedical is not only hardware, it is also data, AI, software, automation, medical imaging, wearable data, digital health, and healthcare analytics as well. Even if you don't want to become a software engineer, basic Python can help you understand biomedical data and build better projects. For first year students, don't start with advanced AI directly. Start with variables, loops, functions, data structures, pandas, basic plotting, simple data analysis. After that, take Kaggle's, pandas, and intro machine learning courses. Your project idea can be simple. Analyze heart rate data, work with diabetes dataset, create a basic health data dashboard, build a simple machine learning model using public healthcare data. That is much better than only writing Python certified on your resume. The fourth certification is Introduction to Clinical Research by Global Health Training Center. This is very useful for students who want to understand how healthcare research, clinical trials, ethics, informed consent, and study design work. Many biomedical students think clinical research is only for doctors or life science students, but biomedical students can also explore clinical research, medical device trials, hospital research, data management, regulatory documentation, and clinical operations as well. This course is short, beginner-friendly, and gives you a foundation in research thinking. If you are interested in hospital-based internships or research projects, this course can help you speak the language of clinical research better. The fifth certification area is Good Clinical Practice and Good Clinical Laboratory Practice. You can take ICH Good Clinical Practice E6 from Global Health Training Center and Introduction to Good Clinical Laboratory Practice. Why is this useful? Because medical devices, diagnostic, clinical studies, and healthcare research all require quality, ethics, documentation, safety, and data integrity. If you want to enter clinical research, diagnostics, quality, regulatory, or hospital research roles later, these certifications can give you a strong early advantage. Again, do not just collect certificates, make notes on what is ethics in clinical research, why is informed consent important, what is data integrity, why are laboratory standards important. These concepts are useful in interviews, and all the courses that I'm telling you or the certifications I'm telling you is something which you will never study in your university or college, so make note of it. The sixth certification is Artificial Intelligence Fundamentals by IBM SkillsBuild. AI is becoming important in healthcare, medical imaging, diagnostics, medical devices, hospital workflow, and digital health. As a first-year biomedical engineering student, you don't need to become an AI expert immediately, but you should understand the basics. What is AI? What is machine learning? What is computer vision? What is AI ethics? Where is AI used in healthcare? What are the risks of AI in health? This certification helps you build that foundation. After completing it, connect it with biomedical. For example, write a post or project idea on how AI can be used in ECG analysis, how AI can support medical imaging, what are the ethical risks of AI in healthcare. That is how you stand out, and make sure that whatever you're learning is out there on LinkedIn, which is eventually a learning for others on the platform. The seventh certification track is IoT and Cybersecurity from Cisco Networking Academy. This is important because modern medical devices are becoming connected. Think about wearable devices, remote patient monitoring, connected hospital equipment, smart ICU devices, cloud-connected diagnostics, telemedicine systems. If devices are connected, then networking and cybersecurity become important. For first-year students, start with Cisco's Introduction to IoT and Digital Transformation. Then take Introduction to Cybersecurity. If you want to go deeper, take Networking Basics. This will help you understand the digital side of healthcare devices. A biomedical student who understands medical devices, IoT, and cybersecurity will have a better future-ready profile than someone who only studies theory that is being taught in the university. Now, if you're really serious and want to explore medical device, quality, or regulatory affairs, you can take courses, or bonus courses I should say, like ISO 13485, ISO 14971. These are more advanced for first year students, so don't rush them on day one. First understand medical devices, then do medical device fundamentals, then learn basic quality and risk management. ISO 13485 is related to quality management systems for medical devices. ISO 14971 is related to risk management for medical devices. Indian MDR helps you understand medical device rules in India. These are specifically used if you are interested in quality assurance, regulatory affairs, manufacturing, research and development, documentation, or medical device startup work. So this is a bonus course which you can take, which are also known as ISO standards. Now let me give you a simple 90-day plan. In the first 30 days, complete medical device fundamentals, MATLAB Onramp. In the next 30 days, complete Python basics, Kaggle pandas, or intro to machine learning. In the final 30 days, complete Introduction to Clinical Research, AI Fundamentals, or Cisco IoT. This is enough for your first 90 days. Don't try to complete everything at once. The goal is not speed. The goal is acquiring skills with the proofs that is required. So if you are first year biomedical engineering student, remember this. Your first year is not just for attending classes. It is for building direction. If you take the right certifications early, understand the industry, build small projects, and start posting your learning journey on LinkedIn, you will be far ahead by the time you reach third year or final year. Do not collect random certificates. Build a career story. Your story should say, I understand medical devices. I can use basic tools like MATLAB and Python. I understand clinical research basics. I'm aware of AI, IoT, and cybersecurity in healthcare. I'm building practical projects step by step. That is how you become job ready in 2026 and 2027. I will add all the certification links in the description. If you want me to make a separate video on 90-day roadmap for first year biomedical engineering students, comment roadmap below. And subscribe to Biomed Bro for practical tools on biomedical engineering, medical device, sales, medtech, and career growth. Signing off, it's your Biomed Bro. I'll see you on the next. Learn the tools and build a career with me.